Hey everybody, what's going on? Hi. Oh, I look so good on this couch, Joseph. Ooh.
A mess, honey.
No, it looks good. You gotta come over here and see.
Okay,
Come over here and see.
I am. Give me 1 second.
Like when we move, we need to start doing our videos on the couch.
Doing wrong.
It looks good. It looks really good. I like this. Y'all come on in. Good morning. Happy Saturday. Is it morning still?
Afternoon.
Happy brunch. Who was that? Who is that just came in? MNB.
Yes, new subscriber.
Is that a new subscriber?
Yes, it is.
Hey, new subscriber. How are you? Thank you for joining me this morning. Well, us. Joseph is over there.
I'm coming.
He coming. He'll be over here in a few minutes, so don't worry. He'll be over here in a few minutes. Who else is that?
Hold on.
Ooh, Miss Southern Girl. Yes. Good morning, Miss Southern Girl. How you doing?
AMNB said you could call me NB.
All right, NB. What's going on, NB?
And welcome.
And welcome to the
McRaeKingz
channel. Welcome to the McRaeKingz experience. Welcome to the kingdom. I hope that you hit the subscribe button before you leave here. If you've not hit it yet, and make sure you hit the like button as you come in as well. Yes. Ooh. It's good to see you two Southern girls. Always good to see you. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. There go Joseph.
Hey.
Oh God, what's going on, y'all, this morning?
What's poppin'?
Yes, I hope everybody's having a good Saturday morning. I hope y'all doing y'all normal. On Saturday mornings, people get up in the morning on Saturday and say, "Oh, I'm gonna clean up my house."
Hey, Betty.
And they clean up. They clean up their house and they run their errands and stuff like that. So, I hope everybody's able to do what they do on Saturdays.
Hey, Southern girl. Use your inside voice.
Oh, I gotta use my inside voice.
Yes, because they're sleeping.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Well, we are still here in Atlanta,
In Georgia.
We are enjoying ourselves still. We will be leaving. Unfortunately, we'll be leaving tomorrow to go back to New Jersey, of course, with a lot in our minds and a lot in our hearts and a lot in our heads. We've had some great times here. We've had some great experiences. We even, I'm hoping that we made two great friends. When I say that, because I don't want to jump the gun. You know, but
Hey, Closet Door.
we made great friends while we were here, and I'm going back a changed person.
Mm-hmm.
I am. I'm really going back a changed person. I'm going back motivated. I'm going back a changed person. I'm this week's experience of being in Georgia has really changed me and has had a big impact on my life. And as much as my husband, he don't like for me to put things out into the universe until they actually happen. But I can say this with all I can say this with all the honesty in my heart and with all of the assurance and just confidence. I can say that Joseph and I, Tramel and Joseph, the McRaeKingz, are moving to Georgia. We're moving. That's that.
Well, Closet Talk, that answers your question.
There's nothing that anybody can say. There's no discouragement. There's no manipulation. There is no pros or cons that anybody can give us about moving to the state of Georgia that's going to stop us from doing what we are going to do. We are moving to Georgia. That is a fact. That is a fact. Um, as to how much time it's going to take us however much time as it takes, and that's just that. You know. Now I won't
Miss
put
Southern Girl, you out here?
I won't put a time limit on that or anything like that. We are moving to Georgia. We just have to, you know, crunch the numbers and figure out how we're going to get here and when we're going to get here. And that's just that. So for those of you that live in Georgia, the McCraeKingz are coming and we're coming to stay.
Miss Southern Girl said, come on, we would love to have you.
Yes, we are. We're coming to stay. We hope that you welcome us with open arms. We're looking forward to creating great memories and making new friends. Yes, we are. That's what we're wanting to do. Um, and like with anything, you're going to have your ups and your downs, your pros and your cons. But Joseph and I, we are ready
So,
to weather through that. We're just ready for it. You ready for it?
mm-hmm.
I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm just, you know, um, and this may not be exciting news to everybody. You know, it may be like, oh, okay, yeah, y'all moving, y'all moving, y'all moving. Okay, that's cute. You know, it may not be exciting news to people, but you know, I want you guys to understand, and I want you to feel where we're coming from when we're talking about this. And the feeling that I want you to get is: have you ever in life, think of that one thing in life that you've always wanted to do, and you get a chance to accomplish it, or the stars are in alignment for you to do it, and you get to do it. That's the feeling that we have. We have this feeling of such excitement, of such optimism about our future and what the future holds for us. Um, we have gotten signs from God, from people, um, from the people that we've met, from, you know, just being in the midst. We've gotten um, just these signs that, yes, Tremel and Joseph, this is the right move. And so that's why we are going to take this journey one step at a time, one day at a time, 1 hour, 1 minute, 1 second at a time to make it happen. And it's going to happen. And I'm so excited about it. I am. I really am so excited about it. And you know, one of the things, you know, um, I want y'all to
Yes,
understand
Miss
that.
Southern Girl.
I want y'all to understand that whenever you try to accomplish something, there's always a gift in the midst of your journey. Like the gift for me is the people that we've met down here for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, I'm talking about Lips and his husband. Um, I just feel they are just so genuine to me.
Mm-hmm.
They're just such good people in my eyes. Um, and I'm like I said, I've said this on other videos that we've done this week, that I'm so looking forward to building a lifelong friendship with him and his husband, because they are such good people, you know, and because they want us to win. They want us to be happy. It's not just about, you know, oh, they watch us on YouTube. They got to know us as people,
Hey, Trish
and we
King.
got to know them as people. And it was just such a beautiful thing.
Thank you,
And then,
Closet Talk. Enjoy your weekend too.
you know, initially when we came down here, we came down here, and the people that we're staying with are friends of Joseph's. Well, and you know, I've heard him talk about um, um, I've heard him talk about um, you know,
Hey, best friend.
this. I've heard him talk about this
See
lady
you in a few.
for years. I've heard him talk about her, and how good of a person she was and stuff like that. And this is the first time we've ever met. And I'm telling you, these people that we're staying with have treated us just like two kings. Two kings. They have been nothing but hospitable. They have been nothing but kind and generous and just supportive and
They're the best hosts
encouraging,
that I've
and
ever had in my life.
they have been gracious hosts, and I appreciate. It's very hard to find people like that. It's
Mm-hmm.
very hard to find people you can come to their home and you can feel at home. They have made us feel like their home is our home, and it's just been a beautiful thing. It really has. I think this is something that Joseph and I have been waiting for years. We have been waiting for some type of absolution, some type of happiness, some type of just not seeing gray clouds. Because I don't see no gray clouds. All I see is like blue skies
And
and
rainbows.
rainbows and just sunshine. And it feels good. And when you get this feeling in your heart and in your soul, you don't want to let it go. You just don't want to
Mm-mm.
let it go. And I'm not letting it go.
No.
Although we're leaving tomorrow, I am leaving here motivated. I am leaving here happy. I am leaving here with the determination, the determination to go up to New Jersey, get what settled we need to get settled, pack our car, and move back down here. That is my motivation. That is what's going to happen.
Hey,
Period. Point
Trisha.
blank.
Y'all, I have such a peace that I have not had in years that it's like, for me, it's kind of unbelievable because when I came down here, I didn't have this peace. I didn't have this serenity. I didn't have this wellness. My husband, all the ailments that he had in Jersey magically disappeared when we got here. The other way. Magically disappeared when we got here. And it was like, wow, you know, Tramel is not waking up saying he has a headache. Tramel ain't waking up taking Tylenol because his head is feeling like it's going to explode. And, oh, no, Trisha, I wish I could stay. No shade. I wish I could stay, but we got to go back. We got to go back home.
Yeah, we have to go back home. And we're only going back home just to settle things. We're just going back home to put our ducks in a row, to crunch the numbers, to make sure that we can financially sustain. And that's it. That's the only reason why we're going back to New Jersey. But and to be honest, but for our things being up in New Jersey, we probably would not go back. But we're just going back so that we can make sure that everything is settled, you know, that we can do this, that we can really, 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 really do it, you know. And it's not a question of, um, it's not a question of
If
can we do it? We can do it. It's a question of when, and that's just that.
it's oh, my husband, he keeps me motivated because Tramel knows. I'm the one that sits back and go, well, we need a plan. We need to do this. We need to
Well,
do
that's
that.
what we're
We
going
need
to
to.
do.
No. But what I'm saying
Hmm.
is, you keep me motivated
Yeah.
because I'll start looking at the whole picture and go, should I be doing this? Is this the right move? I know this is what I want to do, but
Hmm.
I'm one of those people.
Right.
I'll question myself,
Right.
even though in my heart I know I'm going to do what I'm going to do. Even though in my heart I know I'm going to do what I'm going to do, regardless of what I'm thinking. But still, it's like, am I making the right decision? are we doing the right thing? Okay, but in my mind, I'm like, I already know I'm doing what I want to do. So it's like sometimes I'm my toughest critic. I've always known that. I've always been my toughest critic. I've always been hard on myself, but I still always do what I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, for me, it's like, why you even going through this? You know you're gonna do what you want to do, but I sit there and beat up myself. Like, is this right? Is it? And I need to let that go and just do what I'm gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
Because at the end of the day, you can either sink or swim.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a person that I don't live with regrets. I'm never gonna sit some like I've hated New Jersey since I was a child. I vowed I would never live there. It's my second time, and I always think I end up in Jersey, and I always end up starting a new life, starting anew. So this time I'm like, okay, I was in Jersey for a reason. I'm starting anew, and every time I start anew, I leave, and then I go live my best life. And I'm viewing it as that because I don't care what nobody say. God ain't gonna keep you in a place you don't want to be, and He knows in my heart of hearts I don't want to be there. Never wanted to be there, but situations arise where I had to go back. So, it is what it is. But this time, when I leave, I ain't never going back. I can promise anybody that I ain't never going back unless it's to visit my family. But to live, I'm never going back. I'm just not. It's not going to happen. Is it the expenses? Um,
No, it isn't. It's not. It's not less
it
expensive
used to be.
in Jersey. It's not less
Well,
expensive.
you could say it's less expensive here than New Jersey, only because you're getting more for your money
Mm-hmm.
than you would in New Jersey.
Right.
Um, Atlanta prices are damn near almost the same as
Well,
Jersey
it's very
now.
cost effective here.
It
All
is.
across the board is very cost effective. Like, guys, and we've never been we've never been silent or tried to hide this about ourselves. Joseph and I were both disabled. So being disabled, a lot of people don't understand when you're disabled.
Oh, Tristan,
You,
thank you.
when you're disabled, um,
It's hard.
it's not easy financially because your income is fixed. And what I mean by that is we get a check once a month. And out of that check, we have to pay all of our expenses, our rent, our electricity
And
bill,
still live.
our phone bill. We have to pay for groceries. And still, we still have to live. And so we have to find a place that makes sense financially to live comfortably. We're not trying to be, I mean, of course, we would love to be millionaires, but I mean, we're not. The fact of the matter is, we're not. That real life, we're not millionaires. So we have to find a place that makes sense financially. And financially, it makes sense for us to move to the South and to Georgia simply because it's more cost effective. Um, to give you an example, the average studio apartment in New Jersey is anywhere from $2,500 and up. Here in Georgia, the average studio apartment is
a thousand
is
dollars.
$1,000. So it makes more sense for us to move here where our rent would be $1,000 versus moving somewhere in New Jersey where our rent will be $2,500, which is about a third of our income. Um,
We couldn't even afford that.
right, we couldn't even afford it, you
Logically,
know.
because we wouldn't be able to live.
Right, and a lot of people walk into things or go into things and say, okay, well, I'm going to move into this situation and I'm going to make the best of it, and I'm going to struggle to do what I have to do,
Mm-hmm.
to to stay here. But we're in we all, you know, because of our financial status, we can't do that. We don't have the luxury of doing that. We don't have the luxury of moving to into an apartment that costs us $2,500 and saying we'll make the best of it, because that $2,500 is a majority of our income. So that means we could move in there, but we have to rob Peter
To pay Paul.
to pay Paul. So we
I've
have to
already
do what financially makes sense, and what financially makes sense is that we move to a place that we can afford and that is financially stable for us.
We don't have to depend on nobody else.
That's the other thing I was going to go into. We are two married men, and we live with someone. And I'm not going to say to you that it's easy living with someone. I don't care what the situation is. I don't care if you're living with your mother, your father, your sister, your brother, your uncle, whoever you're living with. It's not easy living with somebody. It's just not. It's not easy living with somebody, because when you live with somebody, I don't care if you paying them rent. I don't care if you paying utilities. I don't care what it is. You are living in their house. And when you're living in their house, you're living under their rules. You have to abide by what they want. At the end of the day, it's about what they want, not what you want. It's not. It's just not. So it's not easy. It's not easy living with someone. It's not easy with someone always complaining about this or that, or when something goes wrong, there's always a complaint about something. It's not easy dealing with people.
Too.
It's not easy dealing with people like that. It really isn't. And you know, you have to do what you have to do to alleviate the issue.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So, you know, that's the hard part about all of this. The hard part about all of this is that, you know, as much as we live with family, we could probably stay there as long as we wanted to. But the fact of the matter is that there's a price that comes with that.
We don't want to.
There's a price that comes with it. There's just a price that comes with living with someone. I can't, and for those of you, I don't know if you've ever experienced living with a family member or living with someone. There's a price that comes with that. You have to make a decision whether you want to pay that price or not. That's it. So,
Miss Southern girl, look out.
what's she saying?
We hanging out with you when we get here.
Oh yeah, most definitely, guys. Let me tell you, the people that we didn't get an opportunity to meet and hang out with on this go round in Georgia, don't worry, we will be back
For good.
for good. Yes, yes, yeah. I'm pretty sure. See, it's a lot of people in this chat that can't agree with me. Listen, I'm not saying nothing bad about anybody. I'm not saying nothing bad about, you know, the person that we stay with, that we live with, because we're very appreciative of that person letting us live with them. They don't, I'm not going to even get into the dynamics of it, but it's different when it's nothing like you having your own. There's nothing like it. There's no feeling in the world like you having your own, like you being able to stand on your own 2 feet, like you being able to sustain in life. There's no greater feeling. No greater feeling. And that's our ultimate goal. Our ultimate goal is to stand on our own 2 feet, to be able to sustain financially, and have everything that we want. That's our ultimate goal.
Right.
And that's what we're striving for. We strive for that every single day. Every single day. You know, we care about our existence in this world. And that's just that.
That's just that.
That's just that. So,
But wait, do y'all see how at peace we are?
Mm-hmm.
Yesterday when we went live, I was the one talking and Tramel was doing what I'm doing. Now today we live and Tramel is the one talking and I'm just sitting here chilling. Clearly you can see we are at peace because y'all know me and Tramel be live
Mm-hmm.
on this live, doing what we do, animated and what have you. But
Mm-hmm.
it's just,
And you know what? I didn't really come. This is not what I came on here to talk about.
I know,
I came on here to talk about. I know.
nasty little
Yeah.
backstabbers.
Yeah. About backstabbers in the YouTube world. That's why I called it. I think that title YouTube backstabbers.
I don't know.
I think I did. I titled it YouTube backstabbers. Backstabbing. And here's the thing. The reason why I wanted to come on here and talk about this to subscribers
Right, Southern Girl.
is for you guys to understand what's going on in these YouTube streets and in life, period. Why this is my question that I want to ask you subscribers, because I'm pretty sure you come across things like this in your everyday life. You're friends with somebody one moment, and then the next minute you're not friends anymore, and then the V bug comes out, the vengeance bug. You want to seek vengeance. You want to make sure that this person feels bad. You want to expose this person for who they really are. You want to tell all the little deep dark secrets that you shared amongst one another. You want to pull out all the ammunition that you think that you have on this person, so everything that you put out, you can make them look bad or feel bad. What is the sense in all of that? What is the sense in all of it? Like, and I'm gonna say names. I'm gonna say names. I'm gonna say names like Armand Wiggins and Jason Lee. I'm going to say names like Tasha K and Larry Reed and what's this Bishop Whitehead. It's I've been scrolling through YouTube for the past week, and I am so sick and tired of seeing everybody talk about Larry Reed being gay or Larry Reed allegedly having HIV. What's the At the end of the day, let's say he is gay. Let's say he does have HIV. So what? You know how many people I know that have HIV? Do you know how many people, do you know how many men I know that are gay, but they're not out? Do you know how many men I know like that? What's the problem? What's the problem? And I'm so sick and tired of other content creators making HIV taboo as if a person is a plague just because they're HIV positive. I'm so sick and tired of that. It's because it's childish and it's petty. And to be honest with you, it ain't none of your damn business. It's none of your business.
They're just messy. And they want clicks and views.
Yeah. And don't get me wrong, I want clicks and views too. I do. But not at the cost, not at the cost of embarrassing someone, taking away someone's integrity, or throwing somebody under the bus, or just being a snake. Like I've had people be snakes to me. Once upon a time, and I'm gonna tell this story, Joseph, don't stop me. Once upon a time, Joseph and I were friends with a group of people here on YouTube. They know who they are, and now we're not friends with them any longer because one of the people in that group decided to be a conniving snake. And you know what? It hurt me so bad when I figured out who was the snake. This girl that I had poured my heart out to. I even went on her channel and I poured my heart out to her, and I told her all my darkest secrets on her channel, I shared with her my place of the place that I came from, the place of child abuse I came from, what happened to me when I was kidnapped and raped. I shared all of that with her, only for her to turn around and be a snake and throw me under the bus.
But
for no reason whatsoever. I had never done
you
nothing
can't even say throw you under the bus
even to
because you
this
didn't
day.
even do
Right. I
she
didn't do
said you
anything.
did.
I didn't do anything. Even to this day, I'm trying to understand. And I tried to call her. I reached out to her, and I tried to call her because I wanted to have a mature conversation with her about what took place
And why you was blamed.
and why I was singled out and blamed for something that I did not, I didn't even have no idea of, didn't know about. They made me guilty, and then the other players in the game.
Oh, Trisha, it wasn't who. We not talking about her.
Who?
No, go ahead.
Then the other players in the game, what hurt me about the other players in the game is they follow suit, and stood behind her instead of coming to me like mature adults should come to people and having a conversation with me and saying, Tramel, did you do this? Tramel, did you do that? Tramel, did you say this? Tramel, did you say that? No, y'all follow suit right behind her. And even to this day, I question and I say to myself, why was this done to me? I'm over it. I'm over it. I'm done. I'm over with. I'm over it. But I'm still trying to question and ask myself, why was this done to me? I've never done anything to anybody. Y'all ain't never known me to be no messy person that like to spread false gossip and false tea. So why was this done to me? I was guilty because of who I knew. A person that I know that is a friend of mine. I was guilty because I knew this person. And what they said transpired never transpired. That's the whole that's the sad part of it. The sad part about this whole situation is what they think happened didn't happen.
Right.
I never went to my friend and said anything because this friend that I'm guilty of association by is somebody that they don't like, somebody that they don't care for. So they think just because I was friends with that person, I was going back and telling that person things about them and sharing information with that person about them. And that's not true. That's a whole total lie. It's a lie. It's a lie, and it's a lie, and it's another lie, and I'll tell you in your face, it's a lie. And anybody that has anything to say about it, my doors have always been open. My lines of communication have always been open. I've tried to have conversations with these people. I've tried to have conversations with these people, and to all avail, it's been absolutely nothing, a waste of time. And you know what really saddens me? One of the people who we were friends with, he was like a big brother to me. He was like a mentor to me. I looked up to him. And now I have to look down on him because of the pettiness and just the immature way that this whole situation was handled. And it's sad. We'll never be friends again. Never be friends again.
Would you want to?
No, I wouldn't want to. In this particular, from the actions that they took, the way in which this whole thing was handled, absolutely not. I don't want to be friends with any of them. I don't have anything. I mean, I don't wish any ill will on them. I don't wish any bad on them or anything like that. But I would never want to be their friends because I feel as though I feel like they're not good people, and I don't want to be friends with people that are not good people. And I definitely don't want to be friends with no backstabbing bitch. Definitely, definitely don't want to be no friends with her. I sent her a message and I said to her, let's have a mature conversation about what has taken place. You know what she sent me a message and said? She said, just because we're not friends don't mean we have to be enemies. You don't have ever have to worry about me being your enemy. And you don't ever have to worry about me being your friend. All I wanted to do was have a conversation with you about what took place.
Ask your question.
And because and you know what? After she sent me that message, I was good. You know why I was good? Because that right there, her saying what she said was an admittance of her guilt in the whole kerfuffle. It was an admittance of her
You better
guilt.
be just Judy.
She was a coward. She was a coward. She was a coward for not talking to me. She was a coward for not picking up her phone when I called her to tell me I don't want to have a conversation about. She's a coward. All of them are cowards. They're cowards. And yes, I've been in the bushes. I sure have. I've been in the bushes and all of their on all of their channels, and I see that the same thing that they did to me, they're still doing to other people. They're still doing it to other people. So it confirms and it validates for me, and it tells me that God dodged me from a big old hollow point bullet being shot in my chest at the right time by saying, Tramel, these people weren't good for you anyway. And every day that I get on this camera and I engage with my subscribers and the people that come into our chat, it lets me know and it validates for me that as much as I would love to have great colleagues in these YouTube streets and have great friends and meet great people in these YouTube streets, as far as sharing what we all do collectively, it's not going to happen all the time. I ain't going to count everybody out because I don't count people out like that. I take you as at face value. I am a person that gives people the benefit of the doubt.
Right.
But I just understand that there are some people there's some content creators in these YouTube streets that love you. They rock with you genuinely. They want to see you win. They want to see you prosper. They want to see you be successful. But there are some content creators that have motives, that have ulterior motives, that they don't want you to see you win. They don't want you to be successful. Or if you are successful, they get jealous of your
Or you
success.
can't be more successful than them.
Or they don't want you to be as successful as they are. They're envious. Some of them are envious of what you have. Some of them are envious of what you do. You know how many content creators Joseph and I have met that have just have tried to pull us apart as a married couple. Joseph, you don't need him. Tramel, you don't need him. Mm-hmm. And I'm saying this because I'm venting, but I'm also saying it because it needs to be said. And I want people to understand that I don't allow things like that to bother me. I don't allow the negativity to bother me. I don't allow the ones that are out there praying for our downfall the McRaeKingz, praying for our downfall.
Oh, hold on, y'all. I'll be right
I
back.
am. I disregard that stuff. It doesn't mean anything to me. It doesn't exist. You can say whatever you want to say. You can say whatever you want to say. You can try to do whatever you want to do. No weapons formed against me will prosper. Period. That's just that. In the McRaeKingz, as we sit here before you in front of this camera, and Joseph and Tramel, in the regular walk of life, we are going to make it. That's just that. That's a well-known fact. We're going to make it. Whatever we want, we're going to have. Whatever makes sense in our lives, we are going to make it make sense. That's just that. I want y'all to know that's the type of people that we are. That's the type of people that you engage with when you come to our channel. When you come to our channel, you can rest assured you're going to get authenticity, you're going to get transparency, you're going to get love, you're going to get realness, you're going to get the wholehearted truth. That's just who we are. That's just who we are. And there's nothing that anybody can do about that. Nothing. So it's okay for you to have your opinions. It's okay for you to like. It's okay for you to dislike. It's okay for you to hate. It's okay for you to have all those feelings in the world. Because at the end of the day, we're going to do what we're going to do. And I feel, I'm just a person that respects people's opinions. I respect how people feel. If you don't like me, it's okay. You ain't got to like me. Because where you don't like me, there's somebody that does. Where you hating on me, there's somebody out there ain't hating on me. Where you're not supporting me, there's somebody out there that's supporting me. It's gonna always be that way, boo-boo. Always. I learned just by meeting, just talking, having conversation with somebody this weekend. I learned so much about life and how life works, and how you can't count people out. You can't count people out. You can't count people out just because somebody done spread some rumor about them. You can't count a person out just because somebody find out somebody's deep, dark secret. You can't count that person out. I feel so bad. I feel bad. Let me just say this about Larry Reed and all this stuff that's going on with Larry Reed and them saying that he's gay and saying that he has HIV. You know what I feel bad for? I feel bad for Larry Reed, but I feel so much worse for the ignorance of those people that's spreading those rumors, for the reason they're spreading them, and for just the sheer dumbness and not knowing what they're talking about. And I'm not here to defend Larry Reed, because let me say, I don't even know him. I don't know him. I don't know him. I really don't watch him. My husband Joseph watches him more than me. I really don't watch him. All I know of him is that he's a minister, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that he has a following. I don't know if he has a church or not, but I know.
Trisha, I agree with you.
I know he's a minister and he has a following, and people must really like him because he has a lot of subscribers. That's the only thing I really know about Larry Reed. But it bothers me to see a black man being taken down by his own people. And that's what's happening. That's what's happening. And that's another thing we got to stop doing as black people. We got to stop taking each other down. We got to stop taking each other down. We got to stop that. We got to stop being so jealous and so thirsty that we have to subject ourselves to bringing another person down. We got to stop doing that. We really have to stop doing that. I mean, because it's hurtful. It's hurtful. And we always talking about Black Lives Matter. No, Black Lives don't matter. It's just like there was this guy in social media, this football player. He said, "What the fuck, what you mean Black Lives Matter? If Black Lives Matter, then we wouldn't be out here killing each other. We wouldn't be out here scheming on each other and conniving on
But
each other."
I always say, what I always say about that? Black lives only matter when a white person do something to us or a cop does something to us. But to us, we don't matter to each other. And that's where the problem comes in at. Because if we respected each other, other people would respect us. We the only community that don't pull together. Hispanics pull together. Chinese, Asian people pull together. Italian people pull together. We only pull together when a cop kills us. Then all of a sudden, we a whole community and we love each other. And this is this and this is that. And then 10 minutes later, Pookie done shot Ray Ray. I don't see y'all protesting Black Lives Matter then.
Yeah.
Y'all just be like, oh, that's what we do, and keep it moving.
Yeah.
And it's sad. It is real sad. And I'm not gonna sit and say because I don't really watch that many white content creators. But you don't really, and I know they do it. I know they do.
Yeah,
I've heard about
listen,
it.
we report on what we see.
Right.
And all
but
we
what
see
I'm
is
saying
just
is, I'm not going to sit and say that they don't tear each other down.
right.
Because they do.
Yeah.
But not as much as we do.
Right.
We would tear
we
each
can't
other
even say
down.
that. We can't even say not as much as we do.
Because I don't really watch
is
like that.
The fact of the matter is that Joseph, you're black. I'm black. When we go on YouTube, we see a lot of content creators that are black. We see a lot of content from content creators that are black. And the only thing that we see are black people
tearing each other down. And
That's
the sad part about that is that content will get more views
than me and you sitting here talking positive to people and saying to people, listen, you can win. You can do it. We want you to win. We want you to be loved. We want you to love yourself.
Here's what you need to do.
We'll get less views than the people that are dragging each other.
And we don't tell us we don't know what we're talking about, because all you got to do is scroll through our videos and look at our Andrew videos where he did something and we were reading him for what he did. Or they thought we were going to read him when he was going to be on Bad Boys Club, and the whole commentary went in a whole different direction. All those videos, 7,000, 12,000, 8,000 views. The video I made the other day, giving advice, helping people, giving you positive information, 130 views. Why? Why isn't that video sitting up there with 8,000 views like our Andrew videos? Because unfortunately, our people like mess. And the more messy it is, the more they want to watch it. If it ain't messy, it's boring. Like, I'm going to give you an example. The Sherry Show. People don't like it. People don't watch it. People don't want to be bothered with it because it ain't Wendy Williams being messy. Sherry Show is positive. She tries to give people a good outlook. I actually enjoyed the show. It's actually refreshing to me to see her as a black woman trying to uplift other people and be positive and not sit there and be messy and talk about people and insult people and make people feel some kind of way. She's already had guests that Wendy Williams couldn't even pull on her show because of the shit she says. But people don't, I don't like it. It's boring. Of course it's boring because she ain't messy. She ain't going to sit in that chair and give you mess. She'll say funny things, but she ain't giving you mess.
But you know why? I'm going to tell you why. Because we like being infuriated. We like arguing. We like fighting. We like being confrontational. And that is the reason why people cling more to Wendy than they do to Sherry. It has absolutely nothing to do with them as people. It has to do with their controversy. And that's all it is. That's all it is. I don't understand, you know, and I guess it's a cycle, and it's a cycle that needs to be broken. A majority of us were raised to be confrontational. A majority of us were raised, stand up for yourself and don't let nobody say this to you and don't let nobody do this to you. And when they do, you pull your fists up and you fight. Most people would rather argue with someone than have a mature conversation with them.
Right.
And I'm saying this because I get it from people in my life, like my mom, my sisters, my family members, are can sometimes be combative with me, or sometimes be negative. They want to fight. They want to argue. Why you want to argue? Sometimes I ask my sisters, why y'all want to argue with me? Why? Why y'all want to fight? Why you want to fight? Why you want to fight with me?
Because it's like you said, people hear what they want to hear.
Yeah.
They don't hear what you say.
Yeah.
And once you say something that, I don't want to say infuriates them, because a lot of times you ain't got to say nothing that infuriates them.
That triggers them.
They just hold on to one thing of what you said instead of listening to everything that you said. They hold on to that one little thing, and then that one little thing is what drives them to want to be combative. When in actuality, listen to everything that I said, and 9 times out of 10, you won't want to be combative. I have that problem in my own life. That Tremel gets mad at me because he feels I don't tell people how I feel.
Yeah, I do.
I always disagree with him because I always tell people how I feel. But one thing I'm not going to do is sit there with somebody I know is going to hold on to this part of the conversation instead of hearing the whole conversation. Because I'm not getting into that. I am not going to argue with you. See, Tremeli's in a place where he's going to say what he got to say. And if you hold on to this and get stuck here, well, then we'll be stuck here together. And I'm going to argue my point until you understand it. I'm at a place where if I know you're going to get stuck right here, then I'm not having the conversation at all.
Yeah, that's me.
Because this little piece is going to make us say things we don't mean. This little piece is going to make you come out of character.
Yeah, I'm not holding on to that. Piece, I'm going to say to you, you go right on ahead with that.
No, what I'm saying is, you get to the point where they get stuck here, you still, hey, Melissa, when you get stuck here, you try to move the conversation. What I'm saying is,
I try to redirect.
If I know who I'm talking to, I'm not even going to have the conversation where we can get stuck here. I'm not having it at all.
Right.
Because y'all don't understand the peace and energy I feel right now. We don't argue anymore. We really don't. We have learned to, if I see him getting mad, I just leave it alone and wait till he's not mad and have a conversation. Tremel does the same thing with me. If he sees I'm getting mad, he might say, Papa, why can't we have this? Like, we had a conversation before we came here. And he was like, are we arguing? And I'm like, no, we having a conversation.
No, I said to you, are we finished with this conversation?
No.
Because
no,
listen.
No, before
I said,
that,
are we finished with this conversation?
No, before that you said, because you was getting hype and I was
getting hype. We was both getting hype, yeah.
Right, and you said, are we arguing? Because I feel we just having a conversation. And I said, no, we're having a conversation.
Right.
Because me and Tremel get passionate, and you might walk past and say, ooh, they're arguing.
But no,
me and Tremel,
being passionate.
We just being passionate, and our voices.
Yeah, because Joseph would be like, Tremel, well, why are you raising your voice? I'm like, because that's the way I damn it talk, Joseph.
Right.
But it's not me being mad at you. Right. That's just the way I talk. But I want you to take that as
I found it funny what he said, because in my mind, I was like, he is really trying. Because he was like, are we arguing? I'm like, no, we having a conversation. He was like, okay, because we really wasn't arguing. And I was listening to what he had to say. But at the same time,
he was getting agitated because he was like, Tremel, you don't have to, I'm going to tell you, you was like, Tremel, I hear what you're saying, but you don't have to say what you're saying the way you're saying it. Because you didn't have a problem with what I was saying. You had a problem with the way I was saying it.
We was getting ready to come here, and I felt, and this is real. I felt like he was bogging me down with all this negativity without like, I'm trying to go and have a good time.
Right.
And what you talking about right now, I don't want to hear.
Right.
But at the same time, I had to sit there. And if you notice, I got quiet because I'm like, you know what? I'm responding to him. But honestly, I think he's just venting right now. And if a person just wants to vent, then I need to shut up and let them say what they got to say. And when they're done, I can say whatever I want to say.
Right.
It will be done. And if
Because
you notice,
that's what it was. It was
that's what I
venting,
did.
right?
I shut up. I let you say what you had to say.
And everything was all right.
And that was it. But I just felt at the moment, I felt like, why is he putting all this negativity on me right now? I want to go. I want to have fun. I don't want to talk about this. But then the more he was talking, I said, wait a minute. He's venting. Let me let him vent, get this off his chest. So that when we get there, he ain't holding it. And he done said what he had to say. I listened. I said what I had to say. And we were done.
And what did I say after the conversation? I said, are we finished?
Right.
Are we finished with this conversation? Because once we get out this car,
I'll be right
I
back.
don't want to. I was like, I just don't want to. I don't want to go through this anymore.
Ooh,
I want this conversation to end right here. So I want you to be able to say whatever it is that's on your mind. Then say it. Speak your piece. Just speak it. Speak it and be done with it so we can move forward. That's it. Hey, Melissa. What's going on, Melissa? Where you going, Joseph? You going to the door?
You want to get out here?
Oh, okay. Y'all hold on for a second. Yes, that kid was
She might give me this.
Help me a slice. All right. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. We had to go to the door because one of our beautiful subscribers and now a good friend, Elle Manning, she dropped us off a cake that she made for us. And when I tell y'all that cake, I want to just jump in the box and just eat the whole thing. Thank you so much, Elle Manning. Thank you so much for the cake. We appreciate you so much. And oh my God, y'all don't understand what it feels like sometimes to meet somebody and see their heart. And Elle Manning is one of those people. When I first met, when she first walked into the room, when I first met her, I saw her heart, and I saw what was inside in the person that she was, her integrity, her beauty, her personality. It's nothing like it. It's nothing like it, y'all. It's nothing like it. But thank you again, El Manning, for coming into our lives, for the beautiful experience that we experienced the other night. We went to dinner. Thank you for that. And here's to a lifelong friendship with you. It is. It's going to be a lifelong friendship with you. Um, Joseph is Joseph is in there cutting him a piece of cake. I don't know if he's gonna bring me a piece of. He's gonna share with me his piece of cake. But I know I'm going to have me some of this cake job. I sure enough am. Yes, and thank you. You know who else I gotta say thank you to, Joseph? I gotta say thank you to Betty Yellow. Yes. Because she, as a mod, has been great. She always encourages people to subscribe to our channel. She always encourages people to join. She's been encouraging people to support us financially. Thank you so much, Betty. Thank you, thank you. I can't thank you enough. We can't thank you enough. We need mods like you. We need mods like Betty and like Trish, because Trish is one of our other great mods. We need mods that can do the things that it's not easy for us to do while we're engaging and talking to you guys. It's not easy for us to, go in the chat and say, support the McCraeKingz, or cash app us, or, do this or do that. It's not easy. It's hard for us to do those things. And it's great that we have moderators like Betty, like Trish, like Reese Cup, like Melissa, and other mods that we do have, that do these things for us. We don't want you to ever think that what you do goes without appreciation, because it's appreciated so much. It really is appreciated so much. Yes, it is. And one of the other things that I value about the McCraeKingz channel is that everybody that comes into the chat, everybody that comes into the chat, y'all engage with one another. I love the fact that you guys engage with one another. Like, if Melissa comes in, everybody says hi, Melissa. Or if Betty comes in, everybody says hi, Betty. Or, everybody always speaks to one another. That's what we want the McCrae Kingdom to be. The McCrae Kingdom is a real kingdom of people that value themselves, that love themselves, and look at themselves as the kings and queens that were born and put on this earth, to love, to like, to share.
Miss Southern Girl, I'm gonna hold you to that.
That's what we want our king to be. We want you guys to get to know not just us, but to know each other. Because when you get to know each other, you never know who you're speaking to. You could be speaking to, somebody, the owner of a Fortune 500 company. You may be speaking to someone that if you need help with something, they can help you. So yes, we love the fact that people in our comment section get to know each other and talk to each other and say hello to each other and have respect for one another. How was that? Let me see. Oh my God. Y'all see this cake? Y'all see that? Does that not look delicious? This icing. The icing, Joseph.
Oh, man, you outdid yourself.
This is cream cheese icing, isn't it?
I don't know, but it's good as hell.
Is it?
Y'all know I don't like sweet potato nothing. But this sweet potato pound cake?
Oh, that is so good. That is so good.
It is moist.
It
is amazing.
The icing. That's what I was waiting. I was waiting to taste the icing. The icing is delicious.
You got to do the cake.
Oh God, it's nice and rich and moist. You could taste the sweet potatoes. And the icing is Oh God, out of this world.
And y'all know I don't do sweet potato, but this cake
It's out of this world. Mm-hmm.
is amazing. And it got spices in it.
Mm-hmm.
I can taste all the spice.
You can taste the nutmeg. You can taste the allspice or whatever was
Oh
used
my
to bake the
God.
cake. It tastes like a cake that was baked from scratch. It does.
Mm.
It's really good. That is so good. Oh, I feel so special. I
Oh
do.
man, and
I
you
feel
out there
so
yourself.
special. I feel so special that somebody took the
Baby,
time out
you
to
gotta
put
get a
some
piece.
love in their hands in a mixing bowl to make a cake for us, and it's delicious. It is. You gotta try some of that cake, Shantae. It is so good. Oh my God, I feel so honored. Thank you so much, El Manning, for making us this cake. It's not only is it a beautiful cake. When I tell y'all this cake is beautiful, the icing, the way she spread the icing on the cake and everything is beautiful.
And y'all know I had to get
But
the
it
cake.
tastes good.
Because y'all already know, y'all have seen about 3 or 4 videos where Tremel has dropped every cake he had in his hand.
Now, El Manning, when I move down here, I know I'm gonna get on your nerves because I'm gonna be like, El Manning, you gonna make me a cake this week? Or I'm gonna have to come to your house and you have to show me how to make that cake because that cake is delicious.
Mm.
I don't even think I can make it like that. That's her love. That's her hands and her love that she put for us into that cake.
Ooh.
And it's beautiful.
No child. When I cut the cake, right? And I'm going, oh, I'm gonna eat this cake. I'm like, what if she try to kill me and Tremel and she put something in the cake to kill us?
Oh Lord have mercy. Oh.
Oh, the brown butter icing is everything.
Yes,
she
it
said
is.
it's brown butter icing.
Brown butter icing. I've never heard of that, but I trust me when I tell you. Any cake you make me with brown butter icing on the child, I'm gonna eat it.
Oh my God, this cake is everything. And this icing is everything too.
Yeah, she said there's a lot of butter on it. Yeah, it is. You can taste it.
It's a lot of butter.
It's good.
It's a lot of love.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Now I would be eating more of the char, but I haven't taken my insulin. Y'all know I'm diabetic, so.
And I cut this hunk.
Yeah, he cut that big
old hunk. Because I didn't realize. No, you know how sometimes cakes are heavy? You look at it, but then when you cut it, you be like, damn, this is a big chunk.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I didn't cut you a piece, because I was going to cut you a piece.
Right.
But I was like, John, me and Tremel both could eat off this piece of cake because
Yeah.
it's a hunk.
Yeah, yeah.
But, I ain't eating
It's
nothing.
good, y'all. This cake
I ain't
is
eat
good.
nothing for breakfast, so it's like, oh, child, if I had some coffee right now.
Mm-hmm. The cake is delicious. It is. It's delicious. I feel so honored that somebody took the time out of their day.
Because it was so last minute.
Go into their kitchen and work over a hot oven to make a cake, especially for me and Joseph. That is so beautiful and is so appreciated. Thank you, El Manning, again. Thank you.
And then twice. Because remember, she didn't like the way the first one came out.
Right. She said she didn't like the way the first cake came out, so she didn't give us that one. But she said she wanted to go home and she really wanted to make it suitable for us. And that's exactly what she did. And I appreciate that.
This is amazing.
It is. Let me have another.
Go ahead.
Yes.
I gave you a fork.
Yeah, I know.
You going straight for the icing.
I'm going straight for the icing, yes. The icing is delicious.
Y'all better find out if she shipped these,
honey. Oh my God. If y'all ain't got friends like this, I feel sorry for you.
Because that's my best friend.
You see what Melissa said?
What Melissa said?
Thank you, Melissa.
Thank you, Melissa.
Melissa has been, no, I'm telling you, even before we met her, Melissa has been one of our biggest cheerleaders.
Melissa, let me tell you something. Melissa knows stuff about content we created that she have to tell me. It was one of the podcasts. I remember. It was one of the podcasts, and I couldn't remember which one. She told me exactly which one it was. I was like, wow. You're right. It was that podcast.
Mm-hmm. She really hangs on to every single word that we say. She hangs on to everything that we do. And the one thing that I value about Melissa is that she sees the love that we have amongst
Right.
one another.
And then meeting her
She
was just
knows,
the
like
icing on the
when I
cake.
say to Melissa, Melissa, Joseph is my best friend. She believes me when I say that.
Right.
You know, and she'll tell you, I believe you, Tramel, and I see it. I
But
see it.
Melissa's spirit is so genuine.
Mm-hmm. She's like a sister.
And, you know, like the first time we talked on the phone, it was like, we talked for from 10 o'clock at
8
night to
hours.
like
Y'all
5
talk about,
o'clock in the
y'all
morning.
talk about 8 or 9 hours. Yeah.
Because it wasn't like I was
She was
talking
like a
to somebody
sister.
new. It was like I was talking to somebody I've already known.
She was like a sister. She was like, Melissa is like having a family member, like having that. She's like that cousin, that you know, that favorite cousin or the favorite sister.
Miss
That's what
Seven
she's
Girl,
like.
you ain't got to tell me about. You said you already told me you gonna be on the grill, and I'm holding you to that because I'm coming for some grill. Now I don't know what you gonna grill.
Oh, that's her specialty, the grill. She said.
She said when we move, she gonna treat us. She gonna treat us and cook on the grill.
Oh, that would be great.
You know what I want? For real, if you know how to do it, Miss Southern Girl, because I've always wanted it and I've never had it before. I want some crawfish.
Oh, you can have that, child. I want a crawfish.
No, I do. I love lobster, so I want some crawfish.
I mean, I like lobster, but crawfish are like little bugs to me.
No, it look like a shrimp.
No, little bugs.
It looks like a little
no,
lobster.
like little bugs, Joe. They look like
No,
little
I
red
want some
bugs.
crawfish. I want crawfish. I want whether it be cooked in some rice or because then you would never know.
What you want, gumbo?
I don't want gumbo because I don't like the okra in the gumbo.
You didn't like the okra that we
No.
got the other day? You didn't care for it?
That little piece I had was all right. That big piece, as soon as I started chewing it, I was like, there go the slime.
That's because it has to, see, with fried okra, when you fry okra, you have to eat it while it's crispy and crunchy. And if there is any slime in it, it won't even affect you.
No,
It won't even bother you. And the batter got to be seasoned right and stuff like that.
I mean, it wasn't too slimy.
I know it wasn't, but I mean, I wanted you to have the experience of tasting the freshness. Tasting the freshness of a vegetable like okra, because okra is a vegetable and it just has this crispy, fresh taste.
No, it don't. It tastes
garden
like fucking
taste.
slime.
Yeah, see, because that's all you thought about was the slime.
I can't.
Yeah.
And I don't want, I like gumbo, but if you put okra in it, that's going to kill it for me. That's going to kill it for me. Because I don't, But I want crawfish. I really do. I want some crawfish.
You can have that.
I want crawfish.
You can have that. I'm not doing a crawfish.
I want chitlins.
But you know what? Something tells me that I'm going to try chitlins when I get down here. And something tells me I'm going to try pig feet when I get down here because
then you're going to try crawfish.
Because of lips. Because he eats it so much.
What kills me with Tramel is he will sit here and protest. And then 9 times out of 10, when he eats something, he like it.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't expect that all the time. Like when I gave him the alligator, he ate it to try it.
Mm-hmm.
But I know that's not something, if we go back to Papa Do's day, he would say, ooh, let's order some alligator.
Right.
Which is fine, long as a person, you can't say I didn't try to fry
okra.
Just
like you said, the okra taste is okay. To me, the alligator tasted okay. It was okay.
It ain't something that I would eat again.
Right.
But it's that's the one thing I like, that we try foods.
Mm-hmm.
Even though we may be sitting there, like when I told him to get the oysters, he was like, no, not. Let's not do that right now. But then
I didn't think I was gonna like it, but I ended up liking it
because she ordered it and she was like, just taste it. And
Mm-hmm.
he was like, okay, how do I do it? I said, just suck it down, don't try to chew it. And he liked it.
Yeah.
So it was I like the fact that we'll sit here and protest. I'm not doing that. But then when the time comes, it's like, okay, let me try it. Because I'm just a firm believer, and you can't say you don't like something if you never tried it. How do you know you don't like it? Or, when you just say, oh, I know I'm not going to like it, that just shows that you're limited in your thinking because you cannot not like something you've never tried. So it's a lot. It's a lot. So, okay. I don't care. Okay. But it's a lot.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like the sushi.
All right,
Remember?
Miss Southern Girl, you got me on the crawfish? Yes. And you know the other thing I need to know? And I was shown when I was in Maryland, but I wasn't paying attention. I need somebody to show me. I don't necessarily have to have it, but I want somebody to show me how to eat a whole crab. Because I know you got to
Yeah,
pop the
that's what I want
top
to learn how to do
and
too.
clean out the dead man. Somebody showed me because I had a
Right.
barbecue and my sister invited somebody she knew. And the girl was like, well, I don't want to come empty handed. All right, I know what I'll bring. And she brought a whole bushel of crabs.
Right,
And they sat there because me and my sister didn't know how to eat them. So when my friends came, because they were all from Maryland, of course, you know Maryland people know how to eat crab. They was eating the crab. I was like, show me how to do this. So you pull the top back, remove the dead man, and then everything else is good. Child, I don't to this day I don't remember what she showed
me
me.
neither. Somebody tried to show me how
So
to eat them one day, and I was like, "Well, why people, especially as black people, why they love crabs so much? Because all I ever see them do is eat the little legs, and the rest of the body I see them throw
right.
away. But some
But they eat
people,
some of the part in the
right,
inside.
right,
The other
yeah,
part now other people
I've been
in
told
other
that if you eat
countries
certain parts of it, you
you'll
gonna
die.
die
Right.
and all that stuff. But I mean, I that's why I
But
don't
other
eat
people in
crabs.
other countries eat the whole thing.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
Or
well,
they like if you get a soft shell crab, you could eat the
no,
whole
that's
thing.
different. That's different than the hard shell.
Mm-hmm.
Because soft shell crab, I believe you can eat the whole crab,
Yeah,
and
you could eat the whole thing. You could eat
it
the
ain't
whole
no big
crab.
deal.
But don't it got the same parts in it as a regular crab?
Maybe not.
I don't know.
Wait,
Savannah.
I'm down for it.
Yeah, we can go to Savannah.
I'm
Listen, when
down
we
for
move
it.
down here, we are just open to meeting new people, doing new things, making new friends,
Making new
traveling,
experiences.
different adventures and different scenarios and all of that across the board. Oh, she said Savannah has good crawfish.
Okay.
Yeah. So yes, we're looking forward to all of that. All that. Yeah.
They would, because they're deeper south than up here.
Hmm.
Yeah. If I'm not mistaken, I think Savannah is like closer to
Yeah.
Louisiana. Because
My,
I know
my cousin lives in Savannah. My cousin
I
Lisa lives in
think
Savannah.
we're only like 3 hours away from Louisiana.
Oh, really? Okay.
You can drive to Mardi Gras.
Yeah, baby. Hmm. Yes. I told you I always wanted to have
Louisiana
a
accent.
Louisiana accent. I always wanted to say, "Hey, baby. Hey, baby.
What
What's
happened
going
to
on,
your friend that
baby?"
you used to watch
Who?
on Facebook?
That was from New Orleans.
And she would be working and checking people out. I think her name was Tracy.
Oh yes. No, her name was Trammell.
Oh,
Her name was Trammell. She was from New Orleans. I used to watch her. I don't know. I haven't seen. I don't see her on my timeline anymore.
child, this cake is everything I
But yeah,
need.
I've always wanted to have a Louisiana accent. Accent. Yeah.
This cake is everything. Oh, Melissa, you know that's gonna happen.
Oh, Melissa, when we get back to Jersey, we doing lunch. We do. When do you want to do lunch? As a matter of
On
fact,
the
I think
weekend.
I think Melissa should come with us, so we should all get our nails done together.
Mm-hmm.
What you think?
Well, we should go with her.
Yeah, we can go with her, or she can come over to Jersey, and we can all get our nails done together. We just have a day. What you think,
You know I'm fine with it.
Melissa? Can we make that date? I don't know. You let us know when, but let's get together and just go, just go out and hang out together. We can go and we can get our nails done. We can go to the margarita. We can go find a margarita bar or something, and we could just hang out and have some drinks and just enjoy each other
and eat.
and eat. Yes, child, because you know I
But we
love to
told her
eat.
we was taking her to Longhorn.
Huh?
We told her we was taking her to Longhorn.
That's right. She said she wanted to go to Longhorn, so we can go to Longhorn. If she comes over here,
They drinks are good.
and you know, just have a good day. Let's just have a fun day. Melissa says, "Sounds good." Yes, yes. So you know, but we'll talk more detail on the way because we're gonna call Melissa. We're gonna call you when we on our way back home from Jersey anyway. You know, it's not like you can't call us. You can call us anytime you want. We talk all the time. So
Me and Melissa text
let's make
all
a
day
date.
long.
Let's make a date to get together and get our nails done and just have a day of fun. Y'all be here.
No, Miss Southern Girl. I
Yes.
know Savannah's in Georgia, but I thought because it was further south of Georgia, well, of Atlanta, that it was closer to. Because I know like Douglasville is real close to Alabama, so I thought Savannah was close to Louisiana.
Mm.
I know Savannah's in Georgia, but I just because one of my favorite movies was done in Savannah, Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil. That's how I learned about Savannah and Miss Chablis. I love that movie. I absolutely love that movie.
And yes, El Manning, I can't wait. We will be here next year for house music festivals. We will be here.
And Piedmont Park.
And Piedmont, is it Piedmont Park?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yes, we will be here, and I'm excited about that. I'm excited about all the festivities. I think that are going to be available to us here in Georgia.
Okay, it's near South Carolina. Okay.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I don't know. I just knew that it was like going to some place. I knew it was in Georgia, but I didn't know which direction per se it was in. So
Oh, um, El Manning said they have Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil tour.
I
World
mean,
tour.
I would love to do that because when I tell you that was one of my favorite movies,
She said it's in Grand Park.
that was one of my favorite movies.
Oh, she said, okay, she said house music is in Grant Park. She said Pride is always in Piedmont Park.
Oh no, you know why I said Piedmont Park? Because one day I saw somebody on my timeline post that they were in Piedmont Park and they were playing house music.
Mm. Oh, okay.
So I thought that's where it was.
Okay.
River Street in Savannah.
Yeah, my cousin Lisa lives in Savannah. I heard Savannah is very nice.
Um, Aubrey that we used to work with.
Mm-hmm.
Her and her wife just bought a house in Savannah.
Oh, really? Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sure. I'm excited.
Yes, yes. So, yeah, that's what we came on to say. I really, you know, I know I titled this
We
show
might even change the title.
about back being backstabbers and stuff like that, and that is something that we talked about. We talked about that, but you know, I don't like to talk about negativity for long periods of time.
Right.
Because when you talk about it for long periods of time, when you talk about negativity for long
Invited
periods
in.
of time, the energy starts to exude. And I'm not trying to exude no negative energy on people that watch us. I want y'all to always feel positive when you come in and when you leave. I want you to always feel positive. I want there to always be a positive message in, you know, what we speak about. I want us to walk away you know, having had a mature and beautiful conversation about life, love,
experience.
liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And, you know, um, our premise, which is Joseph and Tramel, two young men that just so happen to be gay and married, sharing their life and their world with you. So, with that being said, guys, make sure you're watching us on all social media platforms. You know what those are. And if you want to support the McCrae Kings, by all means, please feel free to do that. Our Cash App is right here. And we do need your support. We are on a journey, y'all. We have goals, and we need to ask you for donations in order to fulfill those things. And we thank those that have contributed to our financial being, as far as us being the McCrae Kings and Joseph and Tramel. So, with that being said,
And
guys,
make sure you hit that subscribe button,
yes, hit the
that
subscribe button.
like button, and make sure you hit that notification bell and make sure it's shaded all the way in. So when we drop new content, you know, and you can watch us live or you can watch the replay.
Yes.
Also, make sure you check out the McRaeKingz boutique, because when we go back to Coffee with the Kings, you need your mug with our faces on it.
That's right.
So make sure you go check out the McRaeKingz boutique. And if you want to be part of our kingdom, you can become a lord or a lady or a knight at our round table by hitting that join button.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't see the join button, the link will be in the description box where you can become a monthly member
Yep.
of the McCrae King.
Yep.
And membership has its privileges. Also, you can, if you watch the replay, because it's not there while you live, if you watch the replay and you enjoy what you heard, or we inspired you, or you just want to support us, hit that little thank you tab and send us a thank you. And like Tramel said, with that being said,
Mm-hmm.
always know that if nobody told you today that they love you, know that me and Tramel love you, and there is absolutely nothing you can do about it. Also, please always remember to walk in love, peace, sunshine, and happiness. All those great and wonderful things. And like Melissa said, is what?
Mm-hmm. T. McCrae.
All damn day.
Oh, and before we go, thank you, Southern Girl. I'm so glad that you're happy to have us, because we are happy to be here, and we are going to be most happy and excited when we get here. Yes. So we'll talk to you guys soon. Love you.
Later, y'all.
Bye bye.